Hey, today is March 22nd of 2024. I just want to quickly go over what I see with the market and just so people can understand. And this is going to be general advice, it's not financial advice by any means. I just want to show that every time you can kind of have an idea of when a recession is coming because the Federal Reserve kind of gives you the data to put up. What you want to know is the 10-year versus 3-month Treasury yield. You want to know the 10-year versus 2-year Treasury yield, and you want to know the Fed's effective rate. Okay, and I'm going to kind of show it to you with the S&P 500. S&P 500, for those of you who don't understand, is just a general index of funds. It's the top 500 companies in the U.S. Okay, um, every time in the 3-month versus 10-year Treasury yield and the 2-year versus 10-year Treasury yield. This is the St. Louis Fed. Okay, you can just Google it and it'll pop up. And it goes all the way back to the 70s on both of them. Okay, you the grayed out area here is recessions. The grayed out area here is recessions. Okay, every time that it goes beneath zero in the 3-month and the 2-year versus 10-year, so 3-month versus 10-year and 2 months versus 10-year, you will see every time it goes beneath and we come back above it, leads into a recession, leads into a recession, leads into a recession, even and leads into a recession. This was a 3-month here, but this is a 3-month versus 10-year here. And if you look at two month here, just even touched here and led into recession because in this section it's over here, 3 month. Okay, and the same thing, the 2-year over here, you see, led into recession, led into recession, led into recession. Okay, and so forth. So right now, this is us right now. We're beneath here on the 2-year here, and we're beneath here on the 3-year here. Okay. One of the other things you want to kind of look at too, because you'll know when it kind of starts going back up, is when the Fed starts cutting rates. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but every time. So right now we're at 533 base points, so it's like 5.33%. One base point is 0.01%. You'll see that. And they've been plateauing, but the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, he mentioned that this year they're going to start doing 3 rate cuts. So when that starts happening, it's going to you see every time they start cutting leads into the recession. Cutting leads into recession. This is kind of interesting. It was kind of here in led recession, but more in particular, you want to look at these two. Okay, let's quickly go over this. So this recession here is from February 2020 to April 2020, and why it was so short. I'm just saying what I think it was so short is because as soon as they cut, like usually they step down, step down, step down. When they cut, they just boom, just drop the rate all the way down to zero. Okay, and I'll kind of quickly show it. Okay, so just a heads up on that one. And then we're gonna go from January 2008, December 2007, around there until June of 2009, and then this one is from April 2001 till November 2001. Okay, so let's go. Let's quickly just look at these, and I just go through. Okay, so this is our stock. This is the S&P 500 right now, and you'll see that. Okay, hey, it's $522 a share, and it's at the all-time peak high. So if you see a bottom down here is the years, and over here is pricing, right? Okay, and then so let's find. This is a week-long time frame. So each candlestick here is a week-long time frame. Okay, so it's just easier to kind of see. Okay, we talked about in February of 2020, right here was the peak, $338 a share. If you can see on the right hand side of the screen right here, say okay, $330 a share, right around there, and it dropped in March of 2020 all the way down to $222 a share. That's about 33 or 30% decrease. Okay, now let's go and same thing. Bitcoin, crypto will follow the kind of same trend too, because even look at crypto at that point, it ran off its and remember Bitcoin's only since 2009, I think, or 10, so it won't have any data there. But let's go here, February 2020. Okay, so if we look here, it was at $10,000 for a whole Bitcoin, and then in March it went down to 5,000, a whole 50% drop. Okay, so don't mind these like sign right now. Bitcoin once again that's peak. Let's go back to the S&P. Okay, now let's go down. Let's go to the 2008 recession here. We said December at the bottom of the screen. You can see December 2007. Okay, what's the price here? $155 a share. And we said up until June 2009. So June 2009 is around here. Okay, so $90 a share. But it went all the way down in March of 2009 from here to here. March of 2009 from 155 to $70 a share. So that's a 50% drop. Okay. Let's see, 2001 recession. Okay. Um, we said from, I forgot, I think it was April, if I'm right. I forgot what I said here. March 2001 till about December 2001 here. Okay. March 2001. Okay. Right. Here. Okay. So it said the people 137, $137 a share, and all the way to too far. November 2001, which would have been around right here, which was $101 a share. Okay, so let's zoom in here. So just to give you an idea, now it still kept on going down. And during this time, September 11 happened. This was September 11 happened in September 2001. We were in the middle of a recession, and then it looked like the stock market just kept on going down until like March of 2003. So it was a good while. It just kept on going down. But nonetheless, you would have still been able to, if you sold out here and then bought in anywhere, let's see where we go, around here, $100. You're still not, you're not losing a ton. I mean, it's not going to be an exact science, but you can kind of have an idea of like, hey, shit, there's going to be impending recession. All right, and then quickly, one other thing too. I don't really look into the house pricing, but same thing. The Federal Reserve has this thing with house pricing, and it's called the Case-Shiller, and it adjusts for inflation. So I use this one because you can go through all the different. This is the general U.S. But then they also have each specific cities and things like that. There's a little website here, Real Estate Decoded Case-Shiller, and you can kind of see, and you can kind of, oh shit, oops, let me go back. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened there. And you can kind of see, but if you look at the entire general sentiment of the U.S., you'll see that this was 2008. So kind of just understanding is that this, based on inflation adjusted Case-Shiller, this is like income in general, like income, house pricing to income ratio, and where would it be in, people buy houses, people need to live in houses. So even as a big company, they might, whatever, buy houses, and they'll only lose money on it for so long. But people tend to not let go of their houses. This is the last thing, it's kind of like home. So if you look at the 2008, when it bubbled up in 2006 and it dropped all the way down until 2012. So let's look at some major stuff. So this is the U.S. in general. Okay, so all sentiment of the U.S. 2012, and the peak was around October, November 2006. Okay. And I'll show one thing too as well. And if you see, these are all the different markets. So let's see Los Angeles. You can see it's bubble. And actually, if you look up a bubble, bubble stock graph. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this one. Stages of a bubble. You'll see kind of it starts like this, goes up, goes down, goes up, and then it drops, right? And so in general, and you can see this with the stock market. It goes up, go down, boom, drop. So it does this consistently. So that's kind of like a thing. But even the housing would be kind of the same thing. So if you go here, in general terms, you kind of see this kind of thing. So, but you can kind of see it kind of goes down, comes up, goes up, comes down, and goes up, right? And let's see Miami. So Miami is kind of a whoa, and then Boston. All of them have that kind of same kind of flow. Dallas, boom, up, boom. But in general, it has to come back down to, I mean, my take, I have no idea. I don't really follow housing as much, but I just want to give some general idea on that aspect. But on the real estate on the real estate side, so just so you have a general sentiment of what's kind of happening, and you can see we're way above, just like in 2006. So people can't afford the houses and whatnot. All right, I hope this was helpful. Remember, quickly, just quick recap: 10-year versus 3-month, 10-year versus 2-year. Fed effective rate, okay, and then and then you just do your own due diligence and match them up. Well, actually, see, even says here, shaded areas indicating recession. Match them up with the S&P 500 or whatever stock you like, whatever indices, whatever. And then this is the Case-Shiller. I use this one. You can kind of, I mean, I don't use it, but in general, this one's easier to see because you can see individual cities, and if you want to see the U.S., you can kind of see the U.S. And this is called bubble. I don't even know, stages in a bubble. and just a heads up. All right, take care, guys. Hope this was helpful.